for this section, I have Lily as the special guest joining us from Europe today. Hi, Lily.
Hi, Sophia. Congratulations for launching the project in US. We can call us now a global platform, an international one.
Exactly. Thank you for being here. And I know we're talking sometimes a lot about the theory, but I think it's a good moment to show how do we actually perform this kind of help. And when it comes to resume reviews, I know we've been working together on this specific one, but do you want to tell us how this review went from your perspective?
Sure. So first, I wanted to just highlight that I do agree with all the managers sharing here ideas. And, you know, as you can see, each manager has its unique style of assessing something or reviewing something. And this is something that I always highlight to the candidates I work with. You know, my opinion is not the ultimate opinion on earth. It's just based on my experience and the type of roles I am interviewing or type of candidates I'm seeing. But I guess the most powerful thing that we can provide to candidates is just sharing our feedback, detailed feedback, because this is what is lacking. So for this particular resume, and with all the candidates, even if it's just reviewing a resume, I usually go and have a chat with them to see a bit how they sell themselves, you know, in front of a stranger, how well they articulate their strengths. And what I find odd is that most of people are, you know, they don't want to brag about their you know, achievements, which is something that we are trying to empower them and encourage them to tell more about the achievements and not just, you know, standard job descriptions that any manager can find about that particular job. So for this resume, I had a discussion with the candidate, listen to her about her work experience, and try to find out what is she good at, you know, what is that thing that for which she would stand out among other candidates. And what I like to see, I don't have a lot of patience. That is something I am working on constantly. But when I look at the resume, I need to find really quickly the details I'm interested in. So I appreciate a resume that is really nice in the sense that is detailed, but you can read really quickly, you know, highlights about what you are interested in. And I am always telling the candidates, read the job description and adapt your resume to that. So we are starting from the standard, the basics, finding about them, about their achievements. We are rephrasing the resume with them to have a base resume, and from that, you know, each candidate would adapt the resume to the job that they are applying.
Yeah,
yeah.
I really like how here, like when we look at this, and I've seen this a lot, right? They're like the format with all the skills in the beginning. So everybody is a problem solver, everybody has all the skills. So it's very hard to know specifically, like maybe top three skills that they bring to the table. So I really like how you did the like we've worked on that, like kind of mission statement, if you want, the personal mission statement of the candidate.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, I am always telling them, I don't remember who told me, but someone told me you should tell me about your job in a sentence, like a simple question, a simple sentence that even your mom would understand, you know. So when the mission statement, it represents you, it highlights what you do, but also you should put there something you are good at, but you cannot be extremely good at 10 things, you know, 10 skills. So you should choose 2 or 3, the ones that are your mark somehow, you know, the one that you know, represent what
Yeah.
you do or what you did in the last 2-3 years. I
Yeah.
always read what they write in the mission statement, be it in the resume, be it on LinkedIn, because based on that, I am somehow thinking, are they detailed enough, or are they good in communicating? Are they, you know, how is their writing and so on? I don't think it's a problem in the US, but in Europe, in, you know, in the corporations, when we are hiring in English, we do also look if they write, um, if they have
Right.
mistakes when writing their resumes, and that is you know, something that
Yeah.
it,
And that's a good point.
yeah,
And here I think there's important to also look at like the behind the scenes, right? Like this is normally what we see the before with kind of like a lot of bullets. It's very hard to see. But then this is the work and the process that actually goes behind the scenes as we go through those discussions. And normally there are 1 or 2 rounds of kind of literally
yeah,
highlights, and we're rephrasing as you were mentioning. So there's a whole process that goes in to get to that after version of
yeah.
the resume.
It might you know, it might seem that it's quite simple to just review the resume and give some feedback, but actually the manager needs to prepare. So after the discussion, you know, you need to also, the manager needs to think of how to better rephrase or talk with the candidate in 2-3 rounds even, to reach to a version that is commonly agreed. And what I am always saying, we are here to help. We are here to help them rephrase, ask the questions that maybe they didn't think of, but it's somehow their job, so to say, to refine it and write it and think of achievements, think of numbers, think of examples, because this writing your resume is a very good exercise for a good interview. I think a good interview, you know, comes from really preparing, and even your resume. So yeah, be clear, be concise, but brag about what you are really good at and make it in the mission statement, and then focus on numbers or project success. I always look at that. I don't want to see generally in a resume, as I said, you know, standard job description role, because I assume, you know, you did that role. But I want to see what you did on top of that, and based on what you write there, then we have questions in an interview to test those skills.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think um, the main portion that everybody gets from this exercise is, I think there's a lot of clarity that comes from refining where do you want to go, and I think that kind of goes towards success. And I know that for this particular person, shortly after this reshape, they moved to a different role and a more senior role. So that's kind of like a good success story right there. Thank you, Libby, so
Yeah,
much for joining and for sharing your experience and how things happen like behind the scenes. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you, Sophia.
You. And now I know we've kind of promised a free resume review package for somebody in the audience. And if you have registered with yes, you're interested in a complimentary review, then you're automatically included in our raffle. But if not, it's still time. So just send us an email at contact@prepmyhire.com so we can consider it. And the winner will be announced on our website tomorrow. So we would really appreciate if you stay in touch with us, follow, like us, as we all aim to change our experience with the interview process. So on behalf of PrepMyHire and our collaborators, we want to thank everybody for being here today. Thank you, everyone.